Africans, Africans are engaged in these drugs activities. So from where are they getting the drugs from?
Foreign students in any country expect an exchange of culture and knowledge, but not violence. That is why it shocks us as Indians to see our students getting beaten up in Australia due to racial violence. This brings me to a recent case where a Nigerian student was beaten up by a mob and would have died unless he ran away. A traffic policeman stopped him, arrested him, and took him to jail instead of taking those people who were trying to beat up this man. This is nothing new for an African student. There have been routinely attacks on African students, and in this context, we spoke with the spokesperson of Students' Union of Africa to India, who are trying to deconstruct the generalization of what they have been facing.
Basically, the reason why so many Africans do travel to different countries, the standard of education in Europe and Asian countries is a little bit higher compared to the educational standard in Africa. There is a kind of misunderstanding between two African students and two Indians, So, the police just arrested them, and without, hearing from them, they just send them to jail. If you said an Africans are engaged in these drugs activities, so from where are they getting the drugs from? Because when you are coming to India, there are a thorough series of investigations, series of checking in the airport, so which means even if there are some African students or there are some African people who are engaged, then it should be connected with an Indians. Or maybe they are getting the drugs and the Indians, or maybe they are the Indians that are giving them the drugs to sell or to.
The BJP might have come in and the issue might have doubled, but Congress was there when an African student from Burundi was tied to a tree in Jalanda and beaten into coma. The Congress was there when a lot of things happened, which was not different from what the BJP, when they're in power, had happened also. So on that regard, I've always emphasized for us as Africans to have our own representatives in the lower house, or the Rajya Sabha or the Lok Sabha. Someone who would stand there at all times to ensure that the African interest has been protected. India and Africa should be best of friends, having similar colonial experience.